Sarah.
Yeah.
I just realized we haven't played Wordle in like a few nights.
I know.
We're doing
we
that?
need to play. Yeah, I love playing Wordle.
What the fuck is
Yeah.
Wordle?
What?
Ricardo.
No,
Wordle.
you're kidding. You're kidding.
You're like very up to date on some things and then very not. Oh, you're not on Facebook at all. So
No,
you
no, no,
haven't
no.
seen the posts.
Wordle's not like connected.
Well,
No, it's
Wordle's
on
not
Twitter.
exclusive to Facebook either.
Tom Riddle?
Oh.
I know, but like that's
Harry
how people.
Potter shit?
That's how a lot of people figured out what Wordle was because you see the posts on Facebook of the yellow and green.
But I
squares.
think you can share those posts to Twitter because it's just an array of emojis.
Yeah, but I don't think Ricardo really goes on Twitter that
I
much.
share mine on Twitter.
I'm only on Instagram.
Yeah,
You don't
nobody's putting
screenshot it.
nobody's
Oh
putting
yeah,
the
yeah. No
Wordles
one
on
does Wordle on
Instagram.
Instagram. Oh man,
I'm
that
on
should be a thing
Instagram
though.
and
Take a
OnlyFans.
picture
That'd be
of-
really
of your
funny.
stupid message
Yeah,
and post
and then
it.
they're not stories; they're like full posts.
Well, I guarantee
people-
you that people have already been doing this.
Oh, I'm sure.
There are people out there who
Yeah.
just have to tell everyone everywhere. I got it in 3 tries. What?
What is it? What is it? What is it?
It's basically like a word puzzle game. Basically, you're given. You have
You're-
to just guess what the.
You're
the
cracking a
5
Fallout safe every day.
Yeah, it's Fallout hacking. If anyone's played the Fallout 3D Fallout game.
Oh yeah, sorry, that is hacking. It's not
Yeah,
safe
yeah.
cracking at all.
Well, sometimes the hacking is safe cracking, so you're not wrong.
Safe hacking.
Yeah, safe hacking. Hack safely.
Safe hacking.
So it's just like a crossword puzzle kind of thing or something?
It's like there's like a
it's got
5-letter
that
word.
energy.
You have to guess it. I mean, New York Times bought it, so they thought
okay.
it's at the same energy. But basically, you have to try to guess a 5-lettered word every day,
Ugh.
and you have no clues. Basically,
Okay.
you just plug in a word, and by figuring out which letters are correct or not, you slowly figure out the letter.
If it's not on
Well-
Pornhub, I haven't seen it.
Pornal.
You might be surprised.
I'm sure
At this
there's a
point,
pornal.
there might be Wordle porn.
There's crazy versions of lots of things. So like there's something called frame, which I thought was really cool, which is here's a frame from a movie, guess the movie. You have,
yeah.
You have 8 chances. I think that one's really cool.
There's another one that's
Um,
like plays a snippet of a song or something.
Yeah, and then what song is this? And you have 8 chances.
I just tried something and it was amazing. I have to tell you guys.
Oh, what is it?
What
What
is
is it?
I took a haichu,
Mhm.
I licked it, and then I put tahini on top of it,
Oh,
and then I put it out. It's delicious because it's sweet and then like spicy and so good.
wow.
You just invented a new Mexican candy.
Oh my goodness.
Basically, you invent all those by adding tahini or chili to
Yeah,
anything
yeah.
that's
Every
already
Mex-
existing and sweet.
You get a 3 Musketeers bar.
That's how every candy Mexican candy works.
But basically, someone on TikTok told me about Treckle, which is the Star Trek version of Wordle.
Oh,
Yeah, you've
and
been
it doesn't
you've
work.
been doing that.
It's the same thing as Wordle, except they use Star Trek names too, which is bullshit because I don't know
shit.
them all.
Okay, so it's like
but
it
the
is
thing
word based.
It is word based, but it's actually been like kind of fascinating as like a logic exercise because I don't know the names. So it's actually using pure logic to figure out what the word is, not like
Yeah, like once you start incorporating names, especially all the names that are possible within like the realm of Star Trek, suddenly you have a lot more opportunities for like triple consonants and shit.
yeah,
Like
so
your
I'm
usual
like-
strategies don't work no more.
Exactly. So I'm like, okay, there's only so many letters left. Salak, that sounds like some sort of Klingon word. Let's try that. Oh, it's the word for the day. Great. So something like that. And I've actually like it's
Yeah, like what is the weirdest vowel to go here?
Oh,
Like it can't be what it should
you
sound
put a
like.
V next to an X. That must be a word.
Yeah, there you go.
Lucas Alayuta.
They've never done Parta yet. It's got to be a
They
thing.
should. Oh, is it
Yeah.
always like 5 letters exactly?
It's always
or-
5 letters exactly. Yeah.
Okay, so maybe Parthas or Utah wouldn't necessarily.
But
fit.
Parta should, because Partas is the plural of it.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. well,
So I don't know, but anyway, that's Star Trek. We're newbie Star Trek.
Oh yeah.
I'm
I've never played
Marvin.
Wordle in my life, by the way.
Oh, you have
Oh,
it. You
Dan.
did it when you were playing New Vegas. You played it.
Well, yeah, like a version of it, but like not Wordle specifically.
Dan, I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
you would really like Wordle.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a fun couples.
I'm afraid
activity.
of starting
Yeah.
a routine that I would feel like like kind of obligated to continue just because it's been going so long?
Oh, we skip it all the time. Like this, like we start like it's been a few days since Sarah and I haven't even done it, but you know.
Yeah, I feel like the only way for me to get into it would be to like do it once one day, force myself to not do it ever again, and then like revisit it in like a week once, you know, there's no hope of me ever having a streak. Then I'd be like, yeah, I can do this whenever I feel like.
Yeah. Well, we have other people. We have Ricardo. Hello, Ricardo.
Hello.
And we have
Who?
Dan.
Wordle.
Oh God, Dan. We have Dandel here, and then
Dandel?
You'll never guess how to spell that.
and we have Sarah. We have Cyril.
Hi.
Sardel.
Oh, someone's meowing. Is that a cat?
No,
Oh.
it's Marvin.
Oh. None of my cats are meowing right now.
Meow.
I actually want to hear nothing.
Yes, I'm Sarah and I'm the cat lady.
We are the cat people. These
We
are
the
our
cat
cats.
People, yes.
Oh, this
Ricardo
week.
has a cat or two cats. Two cats?
Two
One
cats.
Cat? Two
Two
cats.
cats. One for each of you.
Ain't no cats in my house.
No
I have
cats.
three.
In this
Yeah.
I want
Like
to.
I just, you know, leech off of your cats.
house.
Yeah, the cats love Dan though. Love
Yes.
Dan.
And that's not always true, but there have been
Really?
times where I was fooled.
They love
Speaking of fooling, well, actually, no. This episode's not about deception.
Oh, I thought you were gonna like somehow try to tie it back into April Fools on the 20th day of the month.
Oh, it's a happy Get High Day, everyone.
you.
At the time of recording.
Happy 420.
Well, when
Yeah.
this is out, they'll already be
you'll
prison, probably.
Yeah. What were you thinking?
Depending on the state, you'll be in
Yeah,
prison.
yeah.
What were you thinking, inmate 27643?
Oh, you almost did the same number as Jean Valjean.
Oh, wow,
Les
really?
Miserables.
Shit. I'm a natural.
I'm pretty sure that's the Jean Valjean number. Jean, let me look it up. Number
Wait, what
'Cause
did I
the-
just say?
276 something. But then
I
his
think I might
number is
have
24601. You're very close.
Hmm. Closer than you'd think, but not as close as you'd hope.
Yeah, exactly. Oh wow, we haven't said that in a while.
Yeah. It's not like it's our thing either. So
No,
whatever.
it's not. Everything we've done is stolen. We're stealers.
But yes, yes, it is.
We watched Tin Man this week. Tin Man is actually a stolen story too. Actually, the writers for the show actually made an award-winning short story called Tin Woodman that is the same plot, and they're just like, let's just turn this into a Star Trek episode.
Tin
Wait,
Woodman?
but
I don't
it's-
understand this.
Well, wasn't the original Tin Man from The Wizard of Oz a woodsman?
Yeah, that's why he's called Tin Woodman. Yeah,
Tin
So-
Woodman.
I don't understand.
That's why.
Tin
That's why he
Woodman?
has an axe on him because he's
Yeah,
like
I thought,
a
it was, I
woodsman.
thought it was just a guy with a big dick.
That's also true, though.
I want to
mean,
tell the new listeners something before we start.
Okay.
Hey, are you a new listener? Yes.
Yeah.
Did you say yes? Oh,
Yes,
Well, then
yes,
welcome.
they did. I heard it.
enjoy the episode. But if
You
you're
liar.
easily offended, hey, take a step back.
It's
If
too
you're
late.
listening
We've
at
already
work-
made the dick jokes.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
You've already listened to this podcast. Now it's in your history. You're going to be known as the Dick Podcast guy forevermore.
Yeah. They're all, where's Tim?
Eat it,
He's
jerk.
He's a who?
Eat a
what Tim?
bag.
What Tim? He's like Tim, the guy that listens to fucking dick podcasts at work. So
He's not getting a promotion.
yeah. He's going straight to the top because we love people who listen to dick podcasts. No promotion for him because he is the boss now. So if you're easily offended, we're sorry. But maybe this isn't the podcast for you. But if you're not, and you're like, I like to party and like Star Trek and I like dick jokes and
You like
butt stuff,"
Woodman.
yeah, then you're in the right place. Sit down, have a weed joint, and
Have a weed.
Relax. Yeah, have a weed.
Have a weed.
No joke.
Um,
I once had a coworker who referred to weed in such manners.
The
Are you
weed?
serious?
Yeah, he had a weed.
Have
Oh.
a weed.
Like
my
a
God.
weed. Those two words together were uttered by this person.
He's. I'm
was-
gonna have a weed. After
It would
work.
have been endearing if I didn't dislike her so much.
Oh, it's a lady.
It's one of those things where you're like, oh, fuck you.
I get it.
Yeah.
But anyway, but if you like to party like us, then stick around. You'll have fun. Like Jackie. Jackie, what's up, dude?
Oh, that's yeah. We have to finish her letter at the end of
Jackie.
this podcast.
we got that coming up.
Just slight like sneak peek at it. She's very angry.
Oh shit!
Really?
Okay, like I haven't heard any portion of the remainder of the letter yet, so we'll hear this.
She's very angry at us.
Oh,
She's
boy.
very angry.
By the time she listens to
No.
this, she'll come back. We'll turn her.
Wait, she's not even listening to us anymore, is she?
No,
we're just
she's been gone for
responding
months.
to a Dear John letter that's been.
She's been gone for months.
Oh no, Jackie,
Yeah.
please come back, baby. We can change.
I'm sorry,
change.
baby. I didn't mean to yell at you.
Oh
Jackie,
no.
come back.
It's just
can blame it all
you made me so
on
mad.
Dan, oh my god.
Oh no.
It's just I can't it's just I love you so much and I wasn't yelling.
I got
was
so
passionate.
excited. I just got so.
It made me
It's
do
not
crazy things,
yelling,
man.
it's passion.
You make my emotions run so high. Oh god. Well, we watched Tin Man, and to answer your question, Sarah, I think it's called Tin Man because it's about the alien finding their heart, just like the Tin Man.
Okay.
That's
This episode was a little bit
Tenuous.
This is a little bit of a tin foil episode.
Well, okay. The reason why that kind of is stupid is because Starfleet named it the fucking Tin Man.
It's they're willing to push like allegory so hard they're willing to name it something that doesn't make any sense.
Well, yeah, it's like name the episode that if you like, but don't incorporate it into the script like that.
Yeah. Well, listen, this episode, the Tin Man.
Should have been called Space Turd.
Yeah.
April 23rd
Space
of 1990 is when this episode aired, Dan. I ain't asking you this time. We're going around the sun.
Whoa, oh my god, 3 weeks have passed since Captain's holiday. Probably so everyone could cool down from how bothered and hot everyone got. But in the interim, on April 6th, Ernest Goes to Jail, the 4th movie in the Ernest series, starring Jim Varney as the eponymous jail. I mean, Ernest, who goes to jail. Like that one, huh? That was not a mistake. That was prepared.
He's the whole jail.
I hate how you can make me laugh at my own joke by adding just a tiny thing to it. And then I feel like an asshole for laughing so hard. It's awful. Okay.
I like that.
Actually, like, this made me want to finally figure out once and for all, who the fuck is Ernest and why is he a thing? And it turns out that it's really weird because the character's full name is Ernest P. Worrell, and he was created by both Jim Varney and an ad agency, Cardin and Cherry in Nashville.
Yes.
And it was just specifically for commercials only.
Yes.
And, they invented that format of him addressing the cameras, Vern, and, doing his whole, blue collar shtick. And it was just so iconic enough that it spun off into a bunch of shows and movies. What do you know?
It's the equivalent of the Geico caveman ads getting their own show, right?
Yeah,
it's like the same
only
thing.
that those did not have the same legs as Jim
Ted
Varney.
Lasso. Ted Lasso was a commercial.
Wait, what? It was?
Yeah.
For what?
I look it up, dude.
Well, what was a commercial for?
I don't remember. But
Wait, did the Geico Gecko ever get any series or things?
They haven't done anything with that. I mean, other than
feel
that
like they
episode
could
of
have
Star
done
Trek
it with him. They could have just merged him with Gex and turned him into an agent.
Huh? So Ted Lasso's character, the character is it was originally about NBC's coverage of the Premier League, I guess, and they just turned it into a show. Wow, that's really weird.
Well, anyway, I'll always remember the Cerritos Auto Square. Thank you, Jim Varney.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Come down to the Cerritos Auto Square.
That's where I grew up because I'm Korean, and all Koreans originate from either Koreatown or Cerritos.
All of them. Every last one. All right, moving on. On April 8th, oh gosh, I thought I was lisping, but 8th is correct. On April 8th, Twin Peaks debuted.
Ooh!
Laura Palmer was found dead. Everyone cried for 2 episodes. It was great.
A man discovered a damn fine cup of coffee.
That he did.
Yeah.
And there is a fish found in the percolator. April 15th, another show debuted in living color on Fox.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah, so, go weigh-ins, moving up that ladder. April 21st.
Yeah, they're moving up the Ferengi chain.
Oh, okay. This is the last thing I got, but it's pretty crazy because I didn't even know this existed. On April 21st, an animated drug abuse prevention special called Cartoon All-Stars to the Rescue, paid for by McDonald's, aired on all 4 major American networks, ABC, CBS, NBC, and Fox, and it had a bunch of characters in it, including Winnie the Pooh, DuckTales guys, Alvin and the Chipmunks, Muppet Babies, Smurfs, Garfield, Daffy Duck, and even Alf.
Wow.
And I guess it was paid for by McDonald's because it's like their McDonald's tie-in toys that come to life inside of the thing. It's not like the cartoon characters, it's the toys that come to life.
Wow. So it's like is this like a DARE project?
Well, it's not associated with DARE specifically, but it is like, drug prevention and stuff. So young Michael, a teenager in this special, guess what drug he was abusing in his gentle teen youth?
Oh. Fentanyl.
Weed.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Hardcore fentanyl. Uncut.
Yeah, it was cannabis, marijuana, and it aired on 4/21.
What are the odds?
How about it?
What are the odds?
Probably on purpose.
Was that a thing back then?
I think at least within the smoking community, of course it was.
I always thought like 420 was a 90s thing, but maybe I'm totally off track. Yeah. Ricardo's shaking his head, so I'm wrong.
No, we definitely existed before then.
Sorry, I got some grease on my mouse and I was cleaning it. I mute myself.
Oh, I thought you when you said mouse, I thought you were saying mouth.
Yeah, I got grease.
I got some grease on my mouth too.
Yeah.
No, 420's been around for a while.
Okay.
I want to say like 70s.
Oh, really? Okay. Because the story I heard is that 420 was the time during the 90s when there were some kids outside of a high school after school at 420 they'd get high. That's what I had heard, but I don't know if that's really the origin of the term 420.
It's from 1971.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. So
they would gather to get high at like 420 or something like shit.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I had at some point I think I had heard of an alternate origin where it's like 420 happened to be like the number of the house that Bob Marley lived on his street or whatever. And I was like,
so many legends.
Whatever. Yeah. What a great number. What a great, hilarious number.
It's so funny. Oh man.
Yeah, I laugh every time.
Well, you know what? You know what I don't laugh at? ExpressVPN. Listen, are you afraid of your internet service provider knowing everywhere you've been? And it's already seen it all. But do you want to prevent it from seeing even more?
Yeah,
I do. That's why I use ExpressVPN.
Are you still midway down the slippery slope?
Yeah,
and you might as well protect yourself from the bottom depths of that slope.
It's never too late.
Are you halfway down the doom slide in that one R.L. Stein's book about the evil amusement park, where if you go on the doom slide, you'll slide forever? And
are you talking about a Goosebumps or another R.L. Stein book?
A Goosebumps book.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know why I went to R.L. Stein before Goosebumps. That's the name where people would know.
I don't know. I know that he did other stuff too, is why I asked.
That barely matters. It's all about the Goosebumps. It's funny because, just as a side note, he had like a very long but like not very successful comedy writing career. And then one day someone told him, just make like a horror book. It's really easy. You just make one on the side and, it'll help pay the bills for the next few months. And he makes it. And then he's suddenly a horror novelist.
Well,
forever.
Why does that sound like probably what also happened to Stephen King?
The Stephen King, a big part of his output is that he wrote so many books because he was just high on cocaine and never stopped writing. So like each book did okay, but he made so many that he made a lot of money off of it. And then the Hollywood, the royalties came in. But even then, a lot of them, he only gave the royalties away for $1. So it's really like mostly his actual book sales, just because of the massive amount of them that he's made, that he makes the living he does now.
And a willing publisher to take it all on.
Yeah, they were willing to publish all this crazy
also fucking
shit.
high on cocaine.
Yeah, everyone was like coked out. They're like, dude, you made it again. It's
we need to bring back cocaine. We need to make America great again.
Make America cocaine.
None of this fentanyl lace fucking cocaine, dude. We need good old American.
Pure
by
white.
American, I mean uncut Colombian cocaine.
Make Colombia great again.
Yeah. That's how. Look, we stabilize Colombia. We get them back on our feet. We get them fucking pumping out the good shit, the good cocaine. Ship it back here, and it's back to the 80s, guys.
Yeah.
That's how we get back on top.
Yeah. ExpressVPN somehow. I don't know how to connect back. But ExpressVPN, listen. You want to protect help protect your identity.
Look, if you're looking up Colombian uncut cocaine,
you may want to put on a VPN.
Yeah, you want to put on a VPN.
And also, for the love of God, don't use Chrome.
Yeah. Use something else. I'm on Firefox.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, so
and I'll say this: ExpressVPN has a really sweet plugin, so there's nothing to look around for. It's on your browser. You just
that's
protected,
true. Absolutely,
and
true.
it just protects you and whatever you're. And what you could do is you could make it split. So if you were if you want the VPN on your web browser, but not if you're downloading stuff for work and you're on a server or some bullshit like that, it won't affect it. It'll just be for your browser.
Yeah. So actually, I remote work from home, and I actually split tunnel between ExpressVPN and my work's VPN. So
you don't want them knowing what you're fucking what kind of porn you're watching on your break.
Yeah,
actually, it's not even on your break, dude. You're just doing it you're charging time
during the meeting.
Yeah.
That's why my camera's off.
Yeah. Oh boy, we're going to jail, guys. Next podcast from San Quentin, live from San Quentin, just like the Johnny Cash albums, dude.
Live from Folsom. I fell into Folsom Prison.
Yes.
And I'm gonna. I'm gonna be using an ExpressVPN account from Folsom Prison.
Yeah.
And if you want to use an ExpressVPN account from Folsom Prison as well, just head on over to expressvpn.com/newbie Star Trek. That's NEWBIE Star Trek. And if you sign up for 12 months, they just give you another 3 months for free. It's fucking crazy. And that makes the whole package 49% off, which is a really fucking good deal for a VPN of that quality. That's all I'm saying. So just head on over to expressvpn.com/newbie Star Trek. Sign up for 12 months, you get another 3 months for free. It's pretty good. All right. Well, I think Denise Crosby has been waiting to be let out of the can to talk about the Tin Man.
Ricardo, could you please tell us what happened in this episode?
Denise from the Tin Can talking about a Tin Man.
Yeah.
I didn't like this episode.
I didn't like it either.
Yeah, I think
Tam is an annoying guy.
That's the big issue to me.
Yeah.
That's
He's
the problem.
so
He's just a
annoying.
little too annoying.
His performance doesn't come off as pained. It comes off as I'm self-entitled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And annoying.
He's like that coworker you have that already has all the answers in his mind, but he somehow expects you to know them, and he's mad
doesn't want
at
to
you
explain.
because and he's not explaining anything, and everybody's like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "How could you not know this?" He's like freaking out, and you're like, "Whoa!"
Sir,
You're like Tim, stop doing cocaine in the bathroom.
what the fuck?
Yeah.
Sorry, we can't read minds,
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Literally.
It's like I see the nice idea.
Sorry, your wife wants you to go to fucking rehab, and you stuck to your work.
I get the idea of the plot is nice, but I think it's the execution is just terrible. I think.
In hindsight, it's almost it's like the most dramatic quitting of your job ever. That's basically what this amounts to. It's like I'm going to lead everyone in my workplace to the destination at which I will quit. Yeah, and everyone will be forced to just move on with their lives.
You're going to pay for my vacation to the Bahamas, and then when I'm there, I'm going to quit.
Yeah.
Bye.
So let's talk about Tim. What's his name? Jimmy?
Tim.
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 For once, Tim is so close and it's good.
Fucking, his name should have been piece of shit. That's what his name should have been. This guy, he's so full of shit. His fucking eyes are all brown.
Yeah.
No whites to his eyes.
Yeah.
So this guy,
excuse me, that's racist against Betazoids.
I don't like this guy. He's not troubled. He's not like Kurt Cobain here. You know what I'm saying? he's a piece of shit, dude.
Yeah.
And he's annoying. And so the episode starts off, and they're like, they're talking to some dude that they know. This guy seems like he's like a frat bro, or like he's like an old military dude. He's like, hey, right?
Yeah, he's one of Patrick Stewart's boys.
Yeah. He's like, hey, how's it going, man? It's been a while.
Yeah.
You know how it is. You know how it is. 420, right?
And apparently he
he's
was
the guy that's
also
always making fun of
Riker's.
you. Yeah.
Yeah, he used to be Riker's commanding officer as well. So
Oh,
yeah,
I missed that part. I missed that part.
Oh, really?
It all tracks.
Yeah.
It all tracks.
He's
Okay.
like, hey, how's are you guys getting soft over there in that luxury liner? He's always making fun of these guys.
And then like, you know us, we're always hard.
Yeah, I was going to say. With this holodeck, we're always hard.
So they're like, look at this guy. He's always fucking razzing us, this piece of shit, dude. And then even Deanna's like, oh, she's laughing. She's like, oh, this guy's so funny. And he's like, no, this guy's a piece of shit, dude. He's fucking bro.
He's right. We are always hard.
Yeah, it's true. And they're all happy to see him. They're like, you know me, dude. And they're like, so what's our mission? And he's all, I'm gonna send you a dude, and he's gonna have your mission on a fucking USB stick. I don't want any.
Yeah.
I don't want anybody to fucking get their hands on it, because it's not easy to just fucking put a USB stick in a computer. So he's like, he's got your orders, and his name's like Tim, and he's quite a character. And then he's like, Tim, that piece of shit, Riker says, and then even Deanna's like, oh, and Deanna changes her tone immediately. Like she was smiling and laughing at this dude's jokes, and then everything changes. And for a split second, I was like, oh, did she fuck him? Is that
another fuck thing?
Yeah.
And so you find out that she was a patient of hers, actually. And that's why she's weird. And then like Riker's like, oh, like he makes a weird like comment, like basically like he thinks this guy's a piece of shit or something.
Yeah, he basically, it seems like he committed a war crime or something.
Yeah,
and we're bringing a war criminal on board.
Yeah.
He's like Saddam Hussein or something.
Yeah.
And so this guy shows up, and immediately I look at his posture. I look at him, and I'm like, fuck, I hate this guy. This is not going to be a good episode. Immediately. I knew it.
Yeah.
This guy,
he's immediately annoying. He's got improv guy energy.
Oh,
a little bit.
Yeah. He's like, I'm bummed out because all my improv troupe is on vacation and shit. Anyway,
I have to improv by myself in my room.
You have to do improv by myself. Why
The dude looks like, the Newgrounds mascot Pico?
Oh,
Pico,
that fucking redhead with receding hairline.
Yeah. Fuck that.
That's him.
He's your typical Pico. So this guy, he definitely has. You're 100% correct. He's got improv guy like vibes. But why is it? I still can't put my finger on it. Why? Look, I don't want to generalize. Some, I assume, are nice people, but for the most part. Every goddamn improv dude and lady, wildly annoying.
Yeah, I've yet to meet someone who. Is
like I said, I don't mean to generalize. Some,
well, I
assume
think there's
good
just
people.
Some of them they keep it on in there, so like they're always like trying to like make a joke with you.
Or but I know a lot of stand-ups that they're funny, but they're not always like.
Well, because when they're on stage, they're like, oh yeah, I turn it on and off. But improv people, they're always looking for material. They're always like, oh, I can use this in my next act, sort of thing.
Yeah, I know a lot of people who'd have different professions, and they're not always fucking, surgeons aren't always trying to fucking cut you open. Just cool it down.
Let me just take a look. They pull out their scalpel.
Let me
just take a look.
Yeah, I'm pretty glad about that.
Yeah. So anyway, this guy, he throws the fucking USB stick. It's really safe in his hands.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, here are the plans, eh? Here you go.
Here are the plans."
And then he's like, "Hey, what's up, Deanna? What's up, D?"
It's weird that she calls her that. I don't like it.
He looks like a really privileged dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he acts. I'll tell you exactly how he acts. He acts This is very specific, and I hope you picture it when I'm saying this.
Okay.
At some points in this episode, this guy acts as if this guy just turned 21, and he's like, okay, I got to watch all the classics because I kind of want to be an actor. And he saw like Rebel Without Cause. And he's like, got it. This is what acting is like. Got it. You know what? No need to even go into classes. I have this. I just do it.
Tommy Wiseau. So he's Tommy Wiseau.
To a certain extent, yeah. But yes.
But without the money.
Without the money or the comedy chops that Tommy has. And he's always touching his temple and like, he's always tormented and stuff. There's so many other ways to be tormented.
This means I'm tormented.
Yeah.
This means I'm having a headache.
You later find out that he's full Betazoid, right? And he's hearing everybody's thoughts all the time, which I get it. It could be annoying, but like, how about instead of helping or being how about we figure out like, okay, you are always hearing everybody's thoughts. What we're going to do, we know this guy Stanley or Timmy or Bobby, forget, he basically killed his wife and he created this whole planet and he's alone and he's an alien. But how about we put you on the other side of that world and you could just be alone with him and you guys could talk to each other, you idiots. And then we leave them alone. And then that way he never has to deal with anybody ever again and he's happy on his own. That's basically what happened here.
Yeah. Whenever he wants any music, he'll rickroll him from the other side of the world.
Yeah.
Well, they almost kind of already had that solution going on because his previous post before accepting this mission to go after the space poop was he was on a planet where they communicate like Ents.
Yeah, and he liked it, so he left to go meet something else.
Yeah,
he already seemed he was already in the Shire essentially.
Yeah,
and he decided to leave again.
He's like, I want more sequels. Yeah, fucking eagles. In this one.
that's how the Return of the King ended. Like Frodo leaves the Shire not to go to the land of the elves, but because he wants more adventure.
Yeah,
so he takes out his sword. He's like,
he went there and then back again. You know,
there's more things to kill.
There's more things to kill. Yes, that is the reason for. That's why Tolkien kept writing.
Yeah. He's like, we could kill more things in this.
He's like, killing is my business, and business is good. So they have a meeting with him, and he's like, "Hey, there's this like space poop that we found, and like it's probably like a sentient being."
It does look like that.
And it basically we want to know what it is because it's sketchy, but also like I know I have a sketchy past because like I killed a lot of people. And here's the thing: is that they kind of clear it up a little bit, but not really. And I think he's a goddamn war criminal.
I mean, he's the only one who like we only got his side of the story, right?
Yeah, everybody else is dead.
Yeah, and he's claiming no, he just didn't listen to me.
Yeah,
and it's like, I don't know. Look what happened here later in the episode.
He walks back that assertion when he's during private time with Deanna. He's like, well, yeah, I kind of went Avatar a little bit, you know, and I got a little too close to the Gerudo.
He killed them all.
So since this is not we're not going to go in depth into this episode. I mean, we are a little bit, but it's just this episode fucking sucks so bad. But we're going to try our best to get through.
Yeah, it felt. Was there anything different that they did about this episode? Like a different writer, a different producer. Like this one felt like
was everybody
very
on
different.
vacation?
Yeah,
so
was everybody on vacation?
So the director is Robert Shearer. So you got a good standard.
Is this his first time directing?
No. Yeah. He was one of the guys who's been directing a few episodes this season. But he himself said he did not like this episode at all.
He dropped the ball on this one.
I think the different feel might be because they have a different composer. They got the composer's name is.
I don't think that's it. I think it's deeper, dude. We have to dig deeper.
Well, some of the tone of it. So it was composed by J.H. Hadaway, who is Jacques Cousteau's composer for his movies. So I think that's why
we all know that his movies are fucking mesmerizing and exciting.
So I think that's why it had like a very different feel to the music.
Yeah. Well, whenever they started talking about Tin Man and they started going into that musical motif that sounds like vaguely Native American, whatever.
Yeah,
I hated it. Yeah. I did not care for that at all.
Yeah,
there's no reason for it.
It's Mr. Chataway's doing.
I feel like they were like, look, third season, we're doing well. But we have to test.
We need one gigantic turd in space.
Yeah. Well, no, someone at the network was like, we have to test how low can we go
before we lose audiences.
We lose audience. We'll just do it for one episode. Everything's got to go back.
Stress test.
Yeah,
this is a stress test. Yeah.
Everything's
IDA
just
64 for the series.
Everything is just out of focus, not right. Just ever so slightly.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
And it's really weird. So this guy, I'll tell you what I hate about this guy. And if this guy was on my ship, this is what I suspect happened in his.
Is it because he's dressed like a peasant but doesn't act like one?
Yes, that too. But this is what I think happened. So, what he's accused of doing in his war crime is that he was supposed to be a translator for these beings, and he says so himself. He got too attached to these people he was translating for, and he must have. He said he warned the Federation about what was happening, and he told them to back off and stuff like that, but they didn't. And so this thing or race of people. They killed the Federation people, and so he got a bunch of people killed. And so, he looks like he's going to do it again. And what I think happened was that they were plotting to kill him. That they were like, there were some rogue people. This is my imagination running wild, but this is what I would have done. I'd have been like, I fucking hate Tim, dude, and he's a piece of shit, and someone's got to stop him, dude. And that someone is not going to be seen as a hero. But I'm going to do it because I hate fucking Tim so much.
He's Batman.
Yeah, I'm going to fucking drown him. And he read my mind, and he's like, "Oh, I'll side with these fucking aliens and get all these people killed." You know what I mean? That's what I think would happen because he is an annoying person who finishes everybody's sentences, and everyone hates him, and he knows everyone hates him. I don't know what look. At the end of the day, what he wanted to do was be in peace and just not exist anymore. Correct?
Yes.
Which is a horrible thing to do, or like a horrible message for like Star Trek episode. Like the only answer is fucking suicide. Yeah. This is basically what they're saying.
The alien also was like everyone I know and love has died. I'm going to commit suicide by supernova.
Yeah. That was
like,
that
granted,
was really
that's
sad.
a fucking awesome way to go.
Maybe that the alien was like, if I'm going to go, I'm going to go in a fucking supernova.
Yeah, that's metal as fuck.
But like I said, this fucking jerk could have gone to any planet that we've already been to. A lot of the planets we've been to have like one city in the whole goddamn planet.
Yeah, or nothing.
Or nothing.
I'm sure there's millions of planets with nothing on it.
Yeah. Or guess what? This guy's really tortured. Put him on give him his own fucking starship. Put him with a couple of fucking droids, a couple R2D2s, dude. Send him off, dude. Or guess what? Let's fucking cryogenically freeze this bastard for a few years until we can figure out how to like tamper his fucking mind.
I'm sure someone could invent a helmet or a hat.
Yeah. Some Cerebro type thing, you know?
Yeah. And like anti-Cerebro.
Just borrow Magneto's thing.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Magneto's helmet. Just put that on him. Or a Juggernaut's helmet. Just put that on him. You know,
fucking Juggernaut. So that's how easy it was. But this guy was like, "No, I choose death. I choose violence today by annoying everybody and having everybody hate me.
I choose violence for all, not just myself."
So basically,
okay. Before we move any further with this conversation, I would like to point out that I believe that by the end of the episode, the whereabouts of both Tim and the Tin Man are like unknown.
They're completely unknown.
They blew up, dude. I'll tell you where they are. They're dead.
They never show up again.
They supernova, dude.
Yeah, we don't know. Maybe they suicided together.
Yeah,
that's the implication, right? Maybe.
Well, it was a sex pact.
But they managed to get Data back onto the bridge after the supernova occurred.
I thought that was like before, and they just like turned around, and they're like, "Oh, he's been standing there."
He may have already been like on his way transporting there.
Yeah, you don't know the logistics of it, dude.
Because they kind of like turn around, and they're like, "Oh, Data's there."
Because light speed, you know, because light travels still. You know, so.
The formula.
Then that would mean that it would take longer for them to see the explosion, meaning it already happened a long time ago.
Look, don't think about it, Dan.
Back.
You're
That's also true. They should not be able to see the supernova at all, actually. They should be
crap,
like,
I brought real science into this. I'm sorry.
No, Dan, you need to suspend.
Dan, get down,
Suspend your
dude.
disbelief. Yeah.
So
take it down.
here's a couple of things. One is he's constantly being annoying and he's like interrupting Picard when he's trying to like make contact. There, he gets a couple of fucking Romulans killed, dude.
Yeah.
Straight up. Like there could
He almost gets the
Yeah.
Enterprise killed.
Yeah.
They could have easily died.
Yeah, they demonstrate like over and over again that he is too distracted and like self-absorbed to, make good decisions. And like they accuse him of like that's why you got all those people killed in the previous mission, and then it almost happens again for Starfleet now, and definitely for the Romulans just then.
Yep.
And he just keeps on saying, "Well, I'm still the only person who has these powers, so you got to keep using me up until I achieve my own goal of just fucking off and leaving you guys in the dust."
Yeah.
This is such a selfish episode.
It was a
Also-
selfish character. It was a selfish actor.
The Romulan. Okay, I also just don't understand the creatures. The Tin Man's response. Gomtu, is that his name? Gomtu.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
Good old Gummy.
Gone today,
I
gone
don't-
tomorrow.
I don't understand Gummy's response to
Gummy?
the Romulans because he wants to die, right? Or it wants to die, right? So if the
True.
Romulans started shooting it, would it be like, oh, sick, spread open wide, so I'll die? Like, I don't understand. Why did it have like a reaction to survive when it wants to die?
Or I guess one way you could interpret it is that it gave that response specifically because Tim warned it and actually commanded it, do not allow.
So like Tim is actually controlling it from a distance?
In a sense, it's like it may not
like a
necessarily
command,
understand that it was about to be, attacked and destroyed. It might have just been like, oh shit, I'm being told to get these things away. I don't know why, but I trust this thing that I've been reaching out to for the past however many years.
So it's basically like a ship taking a command from a captain, essentially. Because he essentially becomes the captain of the ship at the end.
Well, I guess supposedly from Gummy's perspective, the only interaction it has had at all with any beings in the universe like lately has been with Tim.
Yeah. The chair was the best part of the episode.
The chair?
The chair is the effect where it comes up.
They made him a chair.
Right.
That was the best part of the episode. They did that by making an actual chair out of wax and then melting it and then playing it backwards.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a good effect. I thought you were talking about some electric chair scene that I missed.
Oh, yeah. The Gummy's chair.
Tim,
is this the Gummy ship?
It is a Gummy ship.
No, not here too. Kingdom Hearts, go.
Yeah, who knew that Kingdom Hearts would play Coachella? That's fucking weird.
You're not even wrong. That's exactly what happened. It's not even.
He could open with Simple and Clean. That's crazy. It's so weird.
At a concert where no one was simple or clean.
No, not at all.
This guy who plays Tam, he's a character actor that you've seen in a bunch of fucking things, dude.
Yeah, I feel like I've seen him somewhere.
Yeah. Just being annoying in a bunch of things. Look,
he seems like a villain in an episode of Seinfeld or something.
Yeah. Look, I really tried really hard to find something redeemable about this episode that I enjoyed or liked or would want to watch again, and I found nothing. I don't want to watch this episode ever again.
I literally did not remember this episode at all, like in the slightest.
Well,
and I think
I had a somewhat similar experience because like as I was watching, I was like, I'm pretty sure I've seen episodes past this or other episodes I haven't gotten to yet. Why can I not remember anything about?
I literally couldn't remember a single thing about the episode.
Yeah,
and I saw them like more recently than you did. Granted, about 4 years ago at this point, but still,
there's nothing memorable about this episode at all. It might be the worst of the season so far, I think.
The last thing I'll say is that the only thing we learned, or the only thing good came out of this episode is, so like Data gets really close to him because the dude can't read Data's brain because he's
But they don't even explore that very far. That's the thing.
That was a good like plot point, and they never even explored it. They're like he could have been like, Data, will you be my friend, and like we'll just go off and just hang out.
Yeah. Well, okay. What if Com2 dies, right? And Tim is like in pure grief, and then Data is the one to comfort him. And then Com2 realizes that he has a friend that he can rely on, and Data learns more about grief and
Com2
about
or
being,
Tim?
Oh, it's Tim. No, Com2 dies. Like the ship dies. The ship explodes. Is like killed by the Romulans.
I'm just now understanding that Com2 is the fucking ship, dude. Just call it the flying turd, dude.
The flying blunt. It looks like a blunt.
No, it looks like a poo.
It looks like a gigantic, like completely ignited stogie.
It looks like a stogie that went all the way down.
This is what it looks like. I'll tell you exactly what it looks like. There's this Mexican candy called Saladitos. Look it up, and it looks exactly like that.
Okay, how do you spell that? Soldaditos?
Saladitos.
Okay, Saladitos.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to remember if I've seen these.
All right. So they look like little poos.
Yep. It looks like a little ship. It looks like the
ship. One of them is a package that just says "Hola."
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I mean, to be fair, we have a cereal called Cheerios, so I mean that adds up. I think we're done with the episode, right?
Wait.
Go ahead, Dan. Go ahead.
I had a personal like frustration with how Data was utilized in the episode.
Yeah.
Well,
it was really clumsy.
Yeah. They could have used that storyline was an interesting storyline.
Well, he was relegated to like a side chick until he was able to get to Gomtu.
Yeah. Essentially.
His side piece.
And then he had to be the one who helps him get the girl he really wants at the end.
Yeah, like they tried to kind of shoehorn in like another like Data, struggles to understand a human thing, but they kind of split it because Tim asked him very directly, like, "What's the purpose of existing, dude?" And Data's like, "I don't know, dude." And he's like, "Well, you should be like, you're really qualified to think about this because you're like an uninvested party." And but then later on, when they're inside a gummy, it's like, "Hey, so is this the purpose of life, Tim? Do you think the purpose of life is like caring for people?" It's like, "Yeah, it is for me. I figured my shit out. Bye." And then later on, like Data, in the dark observation deck room, when there's always a one-on-one conversation that's supposed to, be a nice little cap for the show. It's Deanna and Data, and Data like sums up what happened to them and how they completed each other and whatever. And Deanna's like, "You do understand humanity, Data." And Data's like, well, Data doesn't even say anything.
Yeah, he turns around.
Like it wasn't what question was posed earlier.
No,
it's very clumsy.
It's a different theme. Oh boy. Well,
bad.
It's just unfortunate because like the conversations with Data, like the one where he's in Data's quarters and they have like a talk. That's like maybe the best scene of the episode. Where where like you
know what the weakest scene was? The fucking scene between.
I like how you came in hot, dude. You're like, let me tell you what the fucking worst scene
Marvin,
is.
shut the fuck up.
Worst scene was. No, shut the fuck up because this scene was so painful to watch. It was the scene between Guy, Tam,
Tamarindo,
and Troy. Them talking together or whatever. That scene was painful. Oh my god.
Yeah, where she's
awful.
Like trying to give him the therapy again, and it's just not working.
It was just they had like bad chemistry as like scene partners. It went on too long. It was just
they were improv. They were improv.
This is actually a 2-hour improv scene that they edited down into one.
I did not
give me a scenario.
Like it.
There's a flying turd. Okay, that's a scenario. Good. Give me. Damn, this is a horrible episode.
Think of it, D.
It's fucking cheap too. Like they couldn't like the spinning effect. That he does when he makes the thing explode. They just stole that from Star Trek, the first movie, the motion picture. That's the effect V'ger makes whenever V'ger is making contact.
I thought it was just activating its burst.
Yeah.
Wasn't it funny that in the ship they were just the crew was just literally like spinning in circles slowly?
Yeah, that's the funniest shot of the episode. They literally spin.
That was
the best
part. That's the best part of the episode.
Yeah. And even later on, when they get like pushed away instead of like actually destroyed, they just like. But this happened like a few other times too, where they get like flung across space, but the ship only spins. The ship only spins or rotates around the y-axis.
Yeah.
Only
but
ever.
The people literally spun, which is
yeah,
great.
and then the crew inside spinning. That's a new detail.
I just watched
the ships themselves.
I just watched it again. It's at like around the 41 mark, 41-minute mark, where they get like blasted, and they just awkwardly, slowly, the crew inside just very slowly turns in a circle, and it's very awkward.
In opposite directions. They're not spinning the same way.
Oh no! Oh wait, hold on. Let me look at that. I didn't even look at that. Hold on, wait, let me see this. Oh my god!
They start spinning in opposite directions, and when they come back, then they're spinning together. Yeah, it's really.
Oh no, that's so weird. It's so weird. It's just a very awkward movement.
They're like, whatever, we got to move on. This one's not worth dwelling on this episode.
So if the director's like, okay, now spin very slowly, and you're like, oh.
Ugh, listen.
Yeah.
That's.
I wonder what happened to the Romulan ship.
They're dead.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, it got.
They just got flung somewhere else, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess it must have been. It would have been great if they were flung elsewhere together, and they were just like, "Well, now what?" At each other.
Yeah.
Now what do we do?
Let's make out now. And the ships start
like,
making out.
You're in Federation star space now.
It's make out space here. That's how we settle our disputes here. I give it 5 out of 10. It's higher only because it's fun watching them spin. But yeah, and there's a seed of a good idea here. I think if they made the relationship more between Data and Tim, it could have been really good. But they fucked up.
I'm gonna go with 3.5.
Oh,
yeah.
All right.
Wow, 3.5. Damn. I'm gonna go with 4. Yeah,
You guys being too kind.
Yeah, this was a pretty bad episode. I was watching and I'm like, I hate this episode. Like, it's so dumb.
Might be the worst of the season.
Wait, you're talking to me?
Yeah.
Because like, what other episodes?
I do agree. But...
Yeah. Because I don't know what other episodes were even that bad. Because we had Ensigns of Command, which is annoying.
Yeah.
No, but this episode felt different. Like
that's true.
Had a new writer, or it just didn't feel like it fit in.
It was written by 3 people, so I think that makes it also messy. Like that's why the ending scene where they're at the observation deck, that conversation doesn't connect into any of the other themes they're talking about in the episode.
Yeah, it's a pretty it's just so deeply unsatisfying on so many levels.
Yeah,
it's frustrating, and you don't get much out of it. Like for your trouble.
Yeah.
Like you just watch 40 minutes of a guy whining his way to getting his bottle, and then that's it.
Wah.
Yeah, that's about it. So
I want a ship that I can fuck.
Yeah, that's the end of that one. And now we know why Dustin reacted the way he did when we reminded him of this episode coming up.
Yeah,
turns out he was right all along.
It's like the shit inside a fun sandwich. It's like because the 2 slices of bread, which are the episodes around this, are really fun. We had Captain's Holiday last episode, just a lot of fun. This episode sucks. It's not a lot of fun at all. The next episode, which is Hollow Pursuits, it's also a lot of fun. But
I don't remember what the premise of that episode is, but I'm excited.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites.
There is another episode coming up.
Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, I was just saying that there is another episode coming later that I am not looking forward to.
Oh.
Because it features a trope that I kind of hate.
Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
I wonder if you do, but we'll get to that.
Yeah, is it about collecting?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I hate
those. Yeah, so we know what but that was Tin Man. Fuck Tin Man. But hopefully you liked our discussion of it more than the episode.
Sorry.
Hey, don't worry. So long as we are aligned with the fans' own opinion of the episode, they will get all sorts of indication.
Oh man, we're gonna get hate
us
mail.
hate the episode.
I wonder if people.
We're gonna get hate mail. People saying they love it.
Yeah, the fucking loved Tat Man.
They're gonna see our podcast. Like, this podcast, get out of here.
Sharon.
So why are they so racist against Betazoids?
I know, dude. Look, we just fucking hate this guy, dude. We hate everybody named Tam.
Luxana's fun. This guy was not.
I kind of don't like Luxana But
yeah, she's okay.
better than Tim.
She's better and she's okay in bursts. If you have her in bursts, she's a funny character. But Tim is just go away.
I won't go as far as bursts. I want to microdose Luxana.
Oh,
Like a shroom.
Ew.
Like for and only for very short periods of time.
Yeah.
Ew.
okay, Dan. We can get you a room. If you want.
The holodeck is fine. We can modify as we go. It's better that way.
Well, listen. If you guys have been enjoying our discussion and you've been liking Newbie Star Trek, maybe you could give us a rating or a review wherever you've been listening. If you're on Spotify, you can give us a rating. Or if you're an Apple Podcast or Podcast Addict, you can give us a review. If you're on Google Podcasts...
Or if you only view us as a Statham multiverse cast, that's fine too.
We're the best. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna be cocky. We're the best Statham multiverse fucking podcast out there.
Or none.
Yeah, I challenge you to point me to the direction of a better Jason Statham multiverse. Fucking
I would be
podcast.
really curious to see if there's an.
Well.
Yeah. In the multiverse, there would be.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's true.
So Google Podcast, for some reason, is nothing.
Not my chair, not my problem, dude.
So if you listen...
Not my chair, not my problem.
It's not my podcast, not my problem.
Get real.
Get
real.
Get out of here.
Get out of
Oh,
here.
God. We're referencing something we didn't put on the recording.
Get
at all.
real.
It's fine. If Ricardo knew of it and had to teach us, someone out there will know.
Someone will know. Yeah. And also, if you want to send us
Who paid for this floor? Was it Jerky Jen?
She brought it back.
Nice. That was a nice little bow.
Yeah, I like I like the bows.
We're gonna be
I like when they put the bows on the towels.
Yeah, like Ricardo has unleashed this upon us. I'm so sorry.
I'm gonna be saying this all forever.
Well.
I like the bows. Okay, contact@newbiestartrek.com if you want to send us an email. That's contact@newbiestartrek.com. This week, we're continuing where we left off from Jackie's email last time.
Yes.
Jackie, last week's, we watched a video she sent us, which was quite funny. This week, let's take a U-turn and go into her chastising us. So here we go.
Okay, let's go.
We probably deserve it. Punish us.
Punish us, Jackie. Offspring is one of my favorite rewatches when I want to cry uncontrollably. So this is the one where Data has a daughter, lol.
Ah, okay.
Okay. I hear your criticisms and you have every right to your wrong opinions because this is an easy 9 out of 10. Does Data explore humanity? Yes. Does Riker get aggressively smooched and then ask his intentions in one of the funniest scenes of the season? Yes. Does Gaia exist? Yes. I don't know what that means. Gaia. Does Data ask Picard if he is asked before everyone fucks on a ship? Yes. Also, even though he disagrees with him, Picard goes to bat for Data's right to choose what he believes. Classic Picard. The ending is cheesy, but Star Trek is a show that is a very pro-human experience. A sad or more realistic ending would have been too much for such a lighthearted episode. Now, on to this week. And I believe this one is the one she's talking about, the episode where he has to go back to the Klingons' planet, Sins of the Father. So that's the one she's talking about. I wish Klingons were allowed to show different personalities. The aliens on this show all kind of have one personality unless they are on the Enterprise. This is something Dustin pointed out last week.
Yeah,
too.
we touched on this last week.
Yeah. Their personality is their species, and that can be a bit disappointing, especially in episodes like this where they have a chance to show them as individual people. I have watched the whole series a few times, and outside of Worf, I don't know one Klingon's name other than redacted for spoilers. See, I put that in, actually, the redaction. Thank you. I'm not a big fan of Worf Center episodes, usually. He just works better as support. The Federation is so logic-based that when we switch to the emotional and honor-based Klingons, it seems petty. But this was still a good episode. Worf's brother was entertaining with the silly acting. The scene with Kalest was also an interesting look into how Klingons treat non-warriors who don't die honorably. Very sad. Pasta alla Utah, Jackie. So yeah, that's
Pasta alla Utah. Interesting.
Pasta alla Utah.
Pasta?
Yeah, that's our new thing. When you go to an Italian restaurant, you go like pasta alla Utah.
and they will bring you something.
They'll bring you something.
Like,
yeah.
oh, we know
You'll-
exactly.
Yeah.
That was a secret menu item.
They're like, don't worry, we know what you mean.
Yeah.
We are also Star Trek fans
They'll just
over here in
bring a
Italy.
huge plate of Mormon noodles.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I'll say this.
Actually, it's probably bow ties.
Jackie brings up an interesting point, which is that Star Trek does explore a lot of the human, how does she phrase it?
Very pro-human experience.
Human experience, yeah. And dying is a human experience. And I don't know. Look, I am not a ichthyologist, so I don't know about fucking animals and other fucking species, but are humans the only species that commit suicide?
No.
I don't think so.
No.
right?
There's actually been documented footage from like zoos and stuff where animals
really?
have committed suicide. Yeah.
I mean, if you put an animal in like a
dude.
fucking concrete fucking thing,
I
cage.
have said this over and over. I don't like zoos.
No, zoos are jails.
Yeah. And people are like, oh, but there's no, we don't need zoos. We don't need to go pay for them to see them.
Just turn on the David Attenborough documentaries to see your fucking animals or whatever the hell. And there you go.
But I got derailed. But I was going to say that suicide is also a human experience that some people encounter. And if you're that type of person, then reach out for help. I will say that. We don't have the number. We don't have the number. But maybe Marvin could slap it in here somewhere. You know what? I'm not going to have you do that because that's more work for you to say. But you know where to reach out. There's so goddamn fucking numbers everywhere.
Yeah, there's resources you can find online.
But that is also
I'm sure people are aware of these resources.
But that is also part of a human experience. So I guess that is something to take away from this episode. But besides that, it was just off. Like something was definitely off. And it wasn't. I thought it was just me who felt it. But then Sarah was like, "Yeah, what was it? Was it the director?" And then like we all felt it. Something is off, dude.
Something's wrong.
Think somebody was fighting on set that day, dude. Bringing some bad mojo, dude.
Oh, like people were angry on set.
Yeah,
and then everyone.
It just feels different. It doesn't feel like it's the same. It's like if you look at those pictures,
it could be that actor.
Like,
could be that he was fucking sleeping with all the female
energy,
or maybe he was one of those dudes that is like touching women inappropriately, and they're like, we don't want him on set, dude. We don't want James Frank. I mean, somebody else, this guy on set. And they're like, we don't like this guy. And then he just had a weird vibe on set in that way. That's why it's such a weird episode.
The other thing I will say about the Offspring episode, I still find the ending really creepy because Data comes out and says, everyone's like, oh, I'm so sorry, Data, your daughter died. And you think that would be the end of it. And Data would say something like, well, I will always remember her. But then he goes, no, I literally have all of her memories in my brain. I downloaded them. And that's weird.
Yeah, I don't know if like looking back on that, was that intended to play as a joke? Like a lighthearted, like
that
whatever?
Is not a joke.
Yeah, because in the I recall like the way I felt about that was like I was just a little like you said, weirded out. I
think they were trying to like make like a practical thing because that's something Data can practically do. Literally download her memories and turn it into like an emotional moment, but it's actually just creepy. I don't know if it's similar.
But is it creepy? Hear me out though. Is it creepy because you're projecting your human emotions on it? Maybe for Data and androids, it's not creepy. It's normal.
Well, no, I guess it wouldn't.
I did think about that. Yeah, actually, because it's like this is a weird. This is a really foreign thing to us. This is something distinctly non-human that Data is able to do.
Yeah, but androids are. They probably don't see anything weird about it.
Well, that's my point. It's like because he's an android, it's not weird for him.
Well, androids don't see anything weird about anything. They think nothing's weird.
I was gonna make a comparison to like my cat kind of really licking my other cat's butthole, but to them it's fine. But then I realized that humans also do that too.
Yeah, humans also lick each other's buttholes.
To me, it's the equivalent of.
It's not a good
not all cats lick each other's buttholes.
Yeah,
like not all humans lick each other's buttholes.
And to me, it was closer to the creepiness of like Barbra Streisand constantly cloning her dog because she wants her dog. To me, that's the level of weirdness that I got.
Wait, she's cloned her dog?
Yeah, she keeps cloning her dog. Every time her dog dies, she clones it. So
Yeah,
you
but
should
it never
always
still
comes
happening,
back.
but I just remember hearing that story.
It never comes back as the same dog.
Oh
It's
no,
like
of course,
totally
it's a
dog.
different animal altogether.
No, she makes sure that
That's
they
why.
download the memories into the new dog.
Yeah. This explains so much about Josh
Every
Brolin,
time it comes
actually.
back angry.
But it's just that was why I found weird. It added a weird button to all of it, which
It's
was
not weird cat licking booty
Well,
holes.
okay,
dude.
if I remember right, during Jackie Zemo, she kind of characterizes the ending as corny or cheesy. Is that what she said it was?
I don't know. I'm not honestly sure.
At this point, I'm not. I honestly can't remember exactly what we said about the episode in the podcast that we did about
Can
it.
I tell you this, dude? I don't remember what the fuck you're talking about. I don't remember that. I don't remember last week at all.
You know what? I am closer to that than I would care to admit, Ricardo.
Then that's fine. We're the
Jackie, we apologize.
No, but
That makes
like I'm
sense.
at least able to follow along in that. I was able to talk to Marvin about the end of the episode.
No,
at least
I
just
can't
now.
follow along.
Well, it's
Yeah.
just that he literally downloaded her memories, and I don't think it was supposed to be a joke. It didn't feel like one. Like they didn't play
I
like.
just feel like it's foreign to you, Marvin, because you're looking at it from a human
Yeah.
perspective. They're
'Cause
androids.
you don't like licking buttholes, dude.
That's right.
Licking buttholes.
Well, I guess I don't. I guess I don't like licking buttholes. It's true.
You don't understand it, okay?
Yeah.
And just because you don't understand it
I
doesn't
truly
make it
don't
weird.
understand how to lick buttholes. It's true.
No one taught him.
I never grew up knowing how to lick buttholes.
There are best practices, you know.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely. But
People have
just
figured
because,
it out at this point.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
just because you think it's weird doesn't make it weird.
I mean, I think that ship has
So.
sailed for you, Marvin. But
I can never learn to lick buttholes ever again.
yeah. But I think
The
yeah.
internet is vast.
we
can
can
learn.
direct you
You're
to a couple websites
never
that'll
too
help
late.
you.
I can get close, but I won't be a natural, right? It's like learning
Yeah.
like a third language. I can just
Yeah,
never.
some people are just like prodigies at it. They
like
barely
our
have to
cat,
practice
like
at
our
all.
cat Bobby. Our cat Bobby's very
Yeah.
good at this.
It's like, hey, Bobby, you're a natural at this.
He's very
It's like how
much
some
a
people are born with
natural.
perfect pitch. Some people are born with perfect butt licking technique.
Pitch perfect.
It's like, dang, Bobby, you should be teaching me a thing or two.
Yeah, no, really. I have a couple videos I can send you.
Yes, you have them currently
Yeah, you
on
have
hand,
I do. have them.
ready to
You
go.
You
Ready
can
to
learn
go.
how to you can
In the
learn how to
cloud.
lick buttholes for my cat Bobby.
All right. Well, Jackie, thank you very
I
much.
don't know how we got here, Jackie, but we're here. So
Yeah,
Thank you.
sorry.
Thank you.
Sorry if our ensuing discussion was unsatisfactory and completely meandering.
Yeah. Thank you for your butt licking email.
But I'm hoping you understand that that's exactly what you deserved by listening to us for this long and expecting.
To us to be
Sorry,
serious.
no, I'm not going to continue that. We love you, Jackie.
Yeah, thanks for the email, Jackie. And also, if you've been liking what we're doing, we do other things with the Fugitive Frames Film Podcast. Ricardo,
Yes,
that episode of the
that is me.
Canon Films podcast is going to come out.
Yes, it's going to come out
Eventually.
soon. By the time this airs, probably in a week. In a week, probably. By the time this
Okay,
airs.
awesome.
Yeah.
Also, Dan and I and Sarah and I were discussing about maybe because you haven't seen Everything Everywhere All at Once yet, right, Ricardo?
Me, no. Not
Yeah.
I.
So we were discussing maybe doing a quick
Yeah, do
episode
it.
for that too, because
Do it.
that movie was a lot of fun.
Do it.
Sure was, and
There's a
it's
lot to
unique as
talk about.
heck.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot to say.
I want Dan to talk about the Daniels. So
Dan is the only person that Dan Dank needs to talk about.
Daniel.
I mean, ironically, I know so little about the Daniels involved with that movie.
did you ever see Swiss Army Man?
Oh, yeah, I did.
Yeah, so they did Swiss Army Man. Have you ever seen the Turn Down for What music video?
Oh my
Not the
god,
music
I
video.
love it. What? Okay, we're
Yeah,
gonna
exactly.
have
Their
to.
filmography
oh
is
my
impressive.
God.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh
They-
my
they,
god,
they have an
Alright.
impressive filmography. This is what I'm saying.
Turn
Okay,
down
I
for
better go
what?
take a
You
look at
don't
that.
know? Oh my god, I'm
have
gonna
them.
have
I know
to.
the song.
You
You,
just-
couldn't
you
escape
just
the
made Sarah
song,
upset,
but it's
dude.
easy to.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The music video is great too. So
Alright.
they
It's
really know what they're
so
doing in general. They are very good filmmakers, content creators. They're very good at what they do.
You know, I didn't know
okay.
they did that. I didn't know they did that music video. Did they really?
And they
Oh,
got so good
wow.
at it, they actually created a production company just for making music videos.
Oh, that music
But they
video
don't
is
do
so
it themselves.
awesome.
They
Oh.
actually like have other directors do it, and they do it in a way. I think their mission statement is to be like, don't be shitty music directors. Like,
just
be
put-
good
I just-
people as you
yeah.
direct music videos. I think that's like their motto.
It's a good motto.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I just linked
I
you
like the
the
cut of these
video
Daniels jibs.
in our chat. I put the video link in our chat.
Lincoln
Yeah.
Okay,
Chomsky.
I will view this soon.
It's fucking Little John. Come on.
Yeah,
Best song
yeah.
ever.
Yeah, some
Yeah,
Robin
so-
Hood.
So we got the Fugitive Frames film podcast. We also have Fugitive Games, which is our YouTube channel.
What?
I'm not gonna promise things anymore, but we will eventually put more stuff on it. I swear to God, we will.
If you like stuff, it'll be on it soon.
Yeah, but if you haven't been to it before, there's a ton of like an absurd amount of content, because there was a time where we were just literally like 5 videos a week we were making. It was a lot of stuff. We have like Batman Arkham series, Fallout New Vegas. We did 2 Phoenix Wright games that included Sarah. And we've done a lot of it.
How many years did we do Phoenix Wright?
Yeah,
We did it
that-
for years.
I think if we
Well, more
combine
like
both games, if we combine both games, it's
think
like
about-
one game,
yeah.
1 year. Yeah,
Yeah, 1 year
No,
in
we
total.
did. Was it 1 year total? I thought
I
it
think
felt
if we-
like we were recording for 2 years or a year and a half at least.
it was long. Yeah, it was quite long.
Well.
Yeah, but then there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of
And we still
Annapurna
haven't
games.
cashed in on like the end of that trilogy, because
We really
that
should.
trilogy really deserves to be experienced in its entirety, because stopping at the second game is a real bummer.
It's the biggest comeback that series could have made, given Justice for All.
Come back for what?
Yeah, come back for what?
Okay, I have to ask this question. I know this is a very tired old boomer ass question, but
A tale as old as time.
what does turn down for what mean?
You have to watch the video to figure out.
You have to watch.
Does the video adequately explain?
It's asking why would we turn down? We want to turn up, you know?
But what is okay?
Literally
Then
turn
more
like
basic
turn up.
question.
music. Yeah.
Okay, that's just volume then.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
also
and
the
also,
energy
like,
of the
getting
party.
crazy, yeah.
Like
Okay,
yeah.
I'm
You know, like
familiar
we're
with-
gonna turn up. Like
Yeah.
he's saying turn down for what? Like why would we? Turn
Yeah.
down for what?
Yeah, dude.
So yeah,
It's
Yeah.
so good. This is always on my playlist, my like hype playlist.
it's true. It's in your workout playlist, I think.
Oh, someone in the comments just wrote, just discovered the directors of Everything Everywhere All at Once also directed this music video. Makes so much sense now. I'm like that person. I'm just like, oh, I get it now. Now this
Yeah.
makes perfect sense.
Yeah. So if you want to check out all that stuff we're doing, that's at fugitiveframes.com. Also, this week we actually have like a crossover promotion with another podcast. Do you guys
What?
like Dungeons and Dragons? Because there's this podcast called Fire Breathing Kittens. I take a listen every time. We're going to be doing a few of these. I've only done them with podcasts that I listened to, and I think they were cool after they reached out to us. And I'm like, oh yeah, this looks like a nice, fun podcast. So here's their promo.
Nice Christian podcast.
Yes.
I don't know. Actually, I don't know.
But yeah, here's a little 30-second promo.
Are you itching for a good story? Laughter among friends, maybe even a mystery or two? Well, you're in luck. Fire Breathing Kittens is a standalone Dungeons & Dragons podcast. Each episode is a separate 3-hour-long story, like a movie for your ears, so you can listen to these adventures in any order you like. So, join us on a real play D&D quest as we solve mysteries, attempt comedic banter, and enjoy friendship. Fire Breathing Kittens podcast. Fantasy, action, mystery, friendship.
So that's the thing I liked about the podcast is that a lot of D&D podcasts are very long campaigns that you have to start at the beginning to get used to, and then you're going to fall off.
Does somebody play the banjo throughout their podcast? Because if it is, that's about awesome.
It's possible. It's very
Fucking
possible.
A, dude.
I'm sure there's a bard or
banjo
two.
lele.
They got a banjoist? Is that what you call a banjo?
A
guy?
banjoist.
A banjoiner.
I don't think that's right.
The banjo ate your baby.
You find something funny about the word banjoner?
Oh man. No, listen to that podcast, seriously.
Yeah, so that's Fire Breathing Kittens.
That sounds very fun.
Yeah.
You can just search for them anywhere.
And he has a soothing voice. I like that.
Yeah, that was a nice.
Like all the friendship that you can't find in this damn podcast.
Yeah.
Go over there.
Yeah.
They're actually friends over there.
Yeah. Also, as I was listening to it, I realized like it's a really good way for people to dip their toe into D&D if they don't not sure they want to do it.
That's a great point.
It's a very calm way to understand how D&D works.
Because you only need to listen to D&D being played to understand what's happening or how it works. Like you listen long enough, it's like, oh, so that's what it is.
Yeah, they're improv.
Oh no, I thought it would be cooler than that. Just kidding. D&D's great.
Yeah, but also if you like the idea of D&D and don't have a lot of time to commit to it, like that happened to Dan and me. Like we were playing a weekly D&D and we just ran out of time. And we're like, we can't really do it anymore.
At least finish the campaign.
Yeah, but these are one-offs. That's the other great thing. So you don't have to commit too much. So that's Fire Breathing Kittens. And the next time we're gonna be watching Hollow Pursuits, which is gonna be a really fun episode. And because of that, Scott's gonna join us again. It's funny because
Scott, that piece of shit. I'm kidding, Scott.
Because
Scott's great. We love Scott.
This is the first episode he's going to join us for, where it's not a quote unquote. No, it's not a quote unquote important episode. It is, as you just said, a boner episode.
Yeah, dude.
Okay.
So we'll have fun with that. But yeah,
so it's not essential viewing; it's essential viewing.
Oh, it's very essential. It has maybe my favorite side character in all of Star Trek. So
I'm trying to remember who that would be.
Yeah, so that'll be fun. So yeah, that's next week. We're gonna watch Hollow Pursuits. But until then, everybody stay safe, and we're gonna see you guys next time.
Yay!
See you next time. Bye.
Jackie. I apologize.